What's up, guys, and welcome to Clustertruck. This game is the reason why they call truckers the dentists of the highway. Anyway, let's play. We're gonna start the desert because this is that's the first world. This is the first level, and here we go. Now, this game, obviously enough, is a game where you are on top of many transport trucks, and you just have to make your way to the end of the level. Right? It's a very simple premise for a game. You just gotta... Oh yeah, and if you touch the ground, you die. Well, really, if you touch anything, you die. Like, I could jump into this wall, dead. Jump on the ground, dead. God forbid you want to walk normally in this game. Now, most people, when they play this game, they're gonna think, oh, let's platform on top of these trucks, you know. Just like platform as you go, make your way to the end. Plain simple. But what you can actually do, there's a glitch called a pause boost. And essentially, if you run into like a truck's windshield and then pause, you get this massive boost of speed. Now, why didn't I do that the other previous 3 levels? Because I was taking that time to explain the premise of the game. But yeah, using pause boosts, you could get insane amounts of speed, and we're gonna be using that. It's gonna be very helpful for us later on. For example, right here. Now, I don't really know what my computer runs this game at because I'm assuming this trick is frame dependent. I'm assuming it works better at higher frame rates. Because usually with glitches like that where you have to pause, you get more frames to sort of interact with the windshield. But yeah, it doesn't really take much to activate the glitch. Just like run until you hit the windshield, and then just like when you're paused, be prepared to turn around because you're gonna get launched in the other direction. And what do you know? We're almost finished with World 1. If you just like hold jump, you could carry more of that momentum you get when you launch, because you're just gonna like bunny hop off the next truck if you land on one. And what do you know? That's the first world already done. That's really sweet. I don't usually like to use that glitch when the trucks are sort of turning. I only like to use it when the goal is sort of straight in front of you. Wow, I suck at this game. Yeah, it usually goes either one of 2 ways for me. Either I get the glitch properly, or I run off of the truck and die. Also, did I mention this glitch is random? Very random? Well, I don't know what those 2 trucks were thinking, driving into the fucking rock like that. I don't like to do the glitch here on this level because the trucks are too close together. Okay, hold on. There we go. If you couldn't tell already, my 2 abilities that I have are time slowdown and double jump. I have double jump equipped because I like more airtime when I get the glitch to work. And also, I have bullet time equipped because bullet time is cool. I mean, why else would I have bullet time equipped? Sometimes if you do the glitch well enough, the truck you're standing on completely explodes, which is both tragic and hilarious. God damn it. Although I'd say that the main goal, if you want to go fast, I'd say is just get to the front. Do that by any means possible, you know? And obviously go for whatever time save that you can. God damn. Dude, I swear sometimes I can make it over shit. And then, like, the hazard gets caught on my pinky toe. And then nothing happens. It's been a while since I've sat down and like actually played a video game on this channel, and having not have to explain much. Oh, cool. Can we hit the glitch, please? Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Dude, I swear to God. There we go. An alternate name for this game, I like to call it, is Rush Hour in Buffalo, New York Simulator. Not really. I've never been to Buffalo. but I wish to go there one day. Also, if you're wondering, the glitch, like, the launch up into the air, you don't jump for that. The glitch naturally does that on its own. Oh. Okay, well, okay. So what do you guys think about that Kingsman drama, huh? You know, like the Marvel Rivals one? With the guy in the $40,000 Marvel Rivals tournament? Essentially, if you don't know, there's this guy named Kingsman. Recently, there was a situation that happened, where he got kicked from a $40,000 Marvel Rivals tournament because he kept telling a certain teammate to switch off of a character, and they got their feelings hurt. And by they, I mean the teammate, not Kingsman. Now, I gotta say, I definitely side with Kingsman on this one. Like, if you're in a tournament and you're playing for $40,000 and someone wants you to switch to a meta team comp, I definitely would. What the fuck? I'm so far away. Yeah, as I was saying, the girls that bullied him are still speaking their shit, even to this day. It's been like weeks at this point. I'm sure this drama should have died by now. But like, no. Because apparently accountability doesn't exist in the year of 2026. I mean, come on. Like, even I, as like a 21-year-old, almost 22-year-old, I know when to take accountability. I know when I fuck up. And because I can do that, I am better than those 3 adult women, college-aged women, by the way, that are probably working towards an education of some kind. Like, come on, just be better. I'm not exactly a Marvel Rivals person myself. Hell, I'm a Jeff main. I only have recently gotten back into the game after maybe like a year break. But I'd still say I'm better than at least one of their players. I mean, if you join the Discord server, link in the description, by the way. If you join the Discord server and ask for like my Jeff gameplay, I will send you like a picture of a match that I had where I went 24-5. Sounds crazy with just Jeff, I know, but like I had a game like that. But yeah, this definitely set back Black Widow players back like 1,000 years. I'm definitely like a Kingsman Glazer though. Love the guy. You should subscribe to him on YouTube. Don't even subscribe to me. Holy shit, where are these truck drivers going? Where are you all going? That last truck. It's my only hope. Ugh. Fuck. Launched up too high. Dude, I've played this game with glitches and with abilities, and I still suck. Dude, if only you could fall through this gap. The goal is like right below you. The goal is right below you within that gap. And yet I can't seem to find a way to fall in there. So you have to go around. Okay, let's hope the trucks that come out of here are not disfigured from killing themselves. Yeah, it's levels like these where it's not really beneficial to do the windshield glitch because, you know, you'd actually end up launching yourself backwards instead of forward. What? I didn't even press a button and that happened. That's just like, that's unfair, you know? Also, if you think you could get a leaderboard world record with this glitch, don't even try, because this game was hacked very long ago, and players have hacked the game to make their time like negative 31,000 years or something. So like, if you want a world record, that's too bad. You know, sometimes it's better to just wait. You don't even have to deal with the obstacles up above. Why even try? Well, maybe because that wall is gonna fall down and block the goal. Okay, so maybe you do have to try a little. I feel like this level reminds me of fucking Squid Game for some reason. Like you know that level where you cross that Squid Game where you're crossing the bridge, and there's like a giant steel jump rope that knocks your feet off. You know, I still haven't finished watching Squid Game. I just learned through like spoilers that Gion dies in season 2, and I was like, what's the point of even watching that? Would you look at that? We're already at world 4. God damn it! Another reason this glitch is cool is because you can hit crazy clips with it if you manage to, you know, finish the level. Oh, I saw the gap. I knew it was possible. Just like it just wasn't viable in that moment. Also, I like how your character actually influences the trucks, you know? Because, like, if I were to die in front of a truck, right, while it's moving, okay, it didn't prove my point. But if you die in front of a truck, you can actually sort of stop it. Or, like, it'll just run you over. Like, yeah, like this. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know why, but it's like in these levels specifically, all of the trucks at the beginning start to veer left for no particular reason at all. So I like to wait for them to go straight and then, you know, do my thing. And that's how you do it. That's how you get to the end of the level. I've have like more than a few hours of experience at this game, actually. If you check my achievements on Steam, you can actually see that I have the pure achievement, which means I've beaten the game without the use of any abilities, including that extremely, well, I wouldn't say extremely difficult, but like difficult for new players Satan boss fight. And yes, there is a boss fight in this game. Now, in the last level, you know the opening and closing laser gates? I like to call those gates rectum gates. Because, number one, the gates sort of look like an opening, closing rectum. And, like, number two, the gates are also a pain in your rectum. Because they're hard to skip over. Dude, like, there is something in my throat. Like, a fucking frog is just sitting in the back of my throat. And it's just sitting there. And I have to clear my throat a lot. And it's really annoying. But, like, you know, this doesn't really impact the speedrun in any way. It's just gonna, like, ruin my mood for the entire night. Oh, yeah, and the... like, sort of the metal brackets holding up the lasers, those are solid, so those can, like, stop your momentum, so just watch out for that. Yeah, see what happened there? See what happened? Oh, can I go to the goal? God damn it. I was hoping a truck would push me into the net and, like, make me get, like, a post-mortem victory. But, you know, you can't really ask for much in this game. Now, I don't usually like to skip here because once you do, and you jump over the lasers, the other ones are just gonna fucking blast you. Yeah, I usually like to do the pause boost whenever, like, the level is, like, extremely open, like you have a lot of space to work with. And there's usually, like, nothing in your way when you do it. You know what they say in Sun Tzu Art of War? Sometimes waiting is the best option. But that advice clearly doesn't apply to me because time is subjective. This level, I like this world. Cause you see those swinging hammers? You can actually, like, stand on them. And if you, like, hug them for a moment, you can get, like, a good bit of air, actually. Okay, well, that I've been knocked into an out-of-bounds area no human has ever seen before. Oh, okay. Well, sometimes when you attempt the glitch, your character just gets boosted up. I'm assuming that's if you do it, like, too late, or, like, if your angle is too steep. I have no idea what's happening back here. Clearly, these hammers are a bit of a problem for these trucks. But that ain't a problem for me. For my name isn't John Clustertruck. For my name isn't John Bartholomew Clustertruck. Speaking of Clustertruck, what name do you guys suggest this main character has? Like what's his name? Can you give me, like, ideas what I should name this guy in the comments below? That would be very much appreciated. I have to parkour off of the corpses of dead trucks to complete the level. Oh yeah, see, I just stood on the hammer. And if you stand on certain parts of the... You can stand on certain parts of the pillars where like the hammer sort of supports itself. Well, that was the puniest launch I've ever seen. Come on, give me like a high one. There we go. I like to boost to these trucks because normally the boost that I get isn't really powerful enough to launch me over the wall. If anything, I like to just do the first part normally, because then I have time to prepare jumping from the first set of trucks to the next. And then I just sort of launch my way over here and then die because I'm an idiot. You know what's crazy to me? The record in this game, as of like today, right now, in like current time, the Clustertruck any percent world record is 10 minutes. 10 minutes and 36 seconds to be exact, which is just like, that's crazy to me, you know? But then again, we are sort of getting through these levels at a very above average pace. Really, your only issue is you need like a good cycle on the flamethrowers. What the? Okay, apparently the gate has collision too. You can also get over the flamethrowers with a well-timed double jump. Yeah, usually I just wait for them to like die down, and then after they extinguish themselves, I like to go through. Oh, did you see that? That was like barely scraping the ground. Now, World 6, I gotta say, is definitely my favorite world out of the 8 worlds in this game, because like there's nothing really stopping you from doing what you need to do. Of course, the only thing really stopping you is your own hubris, in my case. Usually if you want to complete a level without like paused boost, your main method of moving fast is just staying on the ground and then like running as far as you can, and then using your sort of coyote time, you can get off a jump and then like skip a set of trucks. Oh, fuck. Get on. Okay. Oh, wow. Usually when I smack the gold tape when I finish, that means it's good luck. That's like a good luck sign. Okay, never mind. I forget what I said. It's bad luck. Don't do it. So line up, and Bob's your uncle. The part you want to run into when you're doing the pause glitch is you sort of want to be on the windshield, right? Because if you're like too far above the windshield, then you're just like, it's not gonna work. And if you're too low on the windshield, it's also not gonna work. This level I like to call ping pong, because you're essentially playing ping pong with like a set of trucks. You know, you go back, then you go forth, and then you go back. Except there's usually more obstacles each time. Okay, well, I don't know what happened there. Okay, and this is the last set of trucks. All right, pause glitch for swag. We did it! Post-mortem victory! Now, if you're a really cool individual, you can actually, like, pause glitch all of these and make, like, a gigantic chain of speed. Well, I'm assuming that's what you can do. I'm assuming that's humanly possible. But, like, nah, I'm not cool enough for that. Also, 6-7. Still very funny number. I remember there was a discussion on 6-7 in our Discord server. Link in the description, by the way. You should join it. There's very friendly people in there. Anyway, we were discussing whether 6-7 was still a funny meme, and we have come to the conclusion that 6-7 is never funny. It's not funny. And it never ever will be funny, because actually 6-7 is stupid and it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, also welcome to the Indiana Jones level. You know, the level with the giant boulders. Also, it's level 6-9, so funny number, but like not really that funny. I like to use slow motion for this part because that boulder is a piece of shit and I die. Sometimes if you're lucky, you can sort of like sneak in when the first hole is covering the entranceway down to the second floor. So you can like, you can sneak in there. It is possible. I've done it before. That boulder, I swear, dude. That boulder is my op. Okay. Yep. Okay, we did it. And then your goal from here. Oh my god, are you serious? Man, I hate these boulders more than I hate Nazis. And that's a lot of hatred. All right, now we're at the sci-fi level. And be careful of the vacuums. They suck up your shit. So like, be sure to like avoid those. I should mention, your character is sort of slippery when it comes to movement. So like when you're trying to get a good landing on a truck, be sure that your character comes to a full stop. Otherwise you might, it is possible, but you might slide off of the truck when you land on it. If you sort of hold back when you're like being launched into that fan, you can get some like crazy height. And like in certain cases, you can go over that giant archway and go straight into the tunnel. Now this level, I usually like to wait a few trucks because you have to jump while the trucks are falling, and that can be a real pain sometimes. And then I just like to do it in everything else normally. Now this fucker of a missile launcher is gonna start shooting at you, so you know, just like do the right thing and outspeed it. You gotta have that Fortnite mentality, you know. Nothing can hit you as long as you're jumping and moving everywhere. And then we got the missile barrage here. Speaking of missile barrage, did you know that like Donald Trump announced that like the US military has a new weapon that they call the discombobulator? I'm not joking. I'm not making this up. That's genuinely what they're calling it. The discombobulator. Now, usually once I get here to this long tunnel stretch, I like to just stay on the truck so that you have more, you cover more distance when you jump off of it. Over this level, okay, just don't launch up too high or else you perish instantly. Dude, I feel like I'm breezing my way through this game. Like, I'm making it, like, 10 times more farther than I should be able to be going. Like, I'm just looking at my run right now. And I'm like, this should be taking more time. But, you know, I'm just goated at the video game. Okay, ignore what just happened. And the goal is right here. Bang! Be sure to smack the goal tape for good luck. Fun fact, if you have, like, a double jump equipped right here, you could just skip this whole section. Well, like that is if you have enough speed going into it, but like then you sort of gotta land that next part without a double jump. But like it should be no problem for you. You have bullet time. You can do it. And then for this part, I just like to stand right here so I don't slip and fall off the truck. And then we jump. There we go. Steady, steady, steady. Go. There we go. Did that like a word just say fucking incredible, or was it trucking incredible? Oh, I got an achievement, so I guess it must have been incredible then. You know, this game, I like playing it so much because it really makes you feel like a transport truck, you know? Now this one here, you'd sort of do have to wait, but like you can set up the launch while you're waiting. Ow, my god! Rude ass pillars. Bro, look at this shit. How is this contraption even possible? I feel like fucking Nathaniel Bandy saying this ain't a stage. Yeah, once you make it to the fan, you're pretty much good, because this other fan will just blow you over. Of course, to do this level, you gotta sort of turn on your slow-mo and just like... Oh, Jesus. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah, that's what happens when you get too close. You just, like, blow away. They blow you away like a speck of dust. You gotta keep that, like, pace going. You gotta have that pace. You feel me? Okay. Really? That was completely fair. I didn't even press a key. Now for this level, I usually like to wait until the pipe goes, and then you can just like boost your way up to the front. Or if you're extremely ballsy, I guess you can like do it right away. Holy Jesus. Okay. 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 Did it. I don't know how that happened, but I'm glad I got that on video. Cole! There we go. Yeah, that's 8-2. It tries to trick you by exclaiming Cole when you should be going to the goal. I feel like an inspirational quote can come out of that somehow. Be not the one that goes for the coal. Be instead the one that achieves the goal. Wait up! Wait for me! This is not very optimal! Yeah, if you get like if you get like a really good boost here, you essentially don't have to worry about the trucks. And of course there's this section. No! Okay, wait a minute. Okay. The run wasn't completely cooked. This is probably my second favorite level, aside from the ancient level. I like the steampunk levels. They bring good vibes. Just like that one Marvel Rivals game. Okay, I'll stop talking about it. This stage is pretty cool too. You gotta bounce off of trucks as they're fired out of cannons. Okay, that one was a little bit lopsided. Okay, that one was lopsided too. Okay, I don't know why all these trucks are diagonal now. Yeah, as long as you do the right thing, it's always makeable. I usually like to wait here because this slope is too steep to like jump forward to any of the other trucks. Holy shit, I just barely caught that time. Hey, don't ram me, buddy. I'm trying to speedrun here. Launch to do. And boom, that's a very clean 8-8. Oh, I believe if you get it good enough, you can be able to do that in just like a single jump. But no, I must take the chud normal route. Also, what do you guys think of the music of this game? Like, I think this music is banging, I'm gonna be honest. This level I don't usually go for any glitches at all because all the trucks are too cluttered together. There's a lot of fucking hazards in the way. You can do it. You just gotta be like very like uber fast. Then of course there's this section. I like to slow down when I land here because your character always has the possibility of sliding off of the truck like a fucking slippery banana. Also, welcome to the last world called Hell. Hell is actually like, you know, not too bad, but it's like it's hell for new players because you're just beginning the game. You don't really have that many points yet. They still haven't figured out what to buy at the shop. Pause glitch is your friend. Pause boost can help you get a long way. Literally. Like look at this distance. Oh yeah, and slow-mo. Slow-mo is also your friend. The funny thing about these crosses is that you can actually like stick to them. They won't damage you, but they damage the trucks. And I feel like that's the main problem. But if you can, in a pinch, you can always like hook yourself. You could try to hook yourself onto one of the crosses as it's swinging down. And you could get some like height to, you know, like go somewhere. I am sucking on a lollipop right now because of how childish my gameplay is. Dude, like I hate doing the glitch. Don't do the glitch right away at this level because the truck is gonna fall and sort of slant itself and then you'll just run off the truck and die. Dude, I think these crosses might be my new ops. Okay, let's think strategically here. What can we do? Well, let's just like jump over here. Okay, well that wasn't a very strategic move. Let's abandon ship really fast. Okay, good thing we weren't on that truck, because if we were on that truck, I would have ended the take right there. Now going for the pause glitch here is fucking impossible, because whenever you try to do it, well, you can sort of like do it if you try hard enough, but usually like the truck just bucks you off like a breeding bull ready to rut. Like, if you can pull it off, like, good for you, I guess. But yeah, really it's just like regular platforming. It's just like, imagine like a straightforward level, except the trucks are bouncing all of the time. That's essentially what that level is. Now, you might think there's no hazards in this level, but like, the falling crosses from the sky actually do make things kind of interesting. Well, I mean, they would make things interesting if you, like, you know, don't skip past them. I actually like to do this level normally until I get up to here. Then I just sort of boost sort of like this. And then you can hear the trucks scream in agony as you step on them. This level is really fun. I'm saying that because it's not fun. This level is terrible. Why does this truck do that? This level I'd sort of call the Sisyphus level, because your entire journey is uphill, and then of course you have the lava chasing you. So you gotta be like, what if Sisyphus was a speedrunner? And so that's sort of what you gotta be like. You gotta be a little bit fast, because this lava is. If you let the lava catch up to you, then it becomes a problem. Yeah, I'd say that like the beginning is the hardest part. And then like once you get up to like the later groups of trucks where they're all sort of huddled together, I'd say that's like easier than the beginning part. But I have bullet time. Why aren't I using that more? There we go. That one took a while. Now you might be looking at these wheels and thinking, oh, well, this isn't the problem. They aren't interacting with the trucks. But no, the real problem is that they interact with you. If you touch them, you die. So, like, don't get in the way, or else you'll end up, like, victim to the invisible ghost wheel pancake. Also, I noticed, like, the other levels sort of, like, torture the trucks in a way. How is this supposed to torture the trucks? Like, who designed this? Does this like torture the trucks spiritually? Like you know what I mean, right? The other levels like had trucks impaled on spikes, you know, in like burning in lava pits, you know. And the chains here, I could sort of like see the symbolism. How are the demon wheels doing it? That's all I'm asking. Why am I asking about trucks being tortured? I don't fucking know. Yeah, anyway, here's the final boss. He looks kind of cool, I'll admit. Kind of cool for a boss composed out of mainly trucks composed of molten magma. Yeah, that's what those black squares are, the corpses of trucks that once lived. Okay. Yeah, and if you touch the evil trucks, you die. Now, if it wasn't obvious enough already, our goal to kill the boss is to get to its head. Because there's a weak point on its head that we need to jump on. And you sort of gotta be... Okay. You sort of gotta be quick when you're climbing. What should I call this guy? Truck Satan? Traiton? Clustaton? Cluster Traiton? Okay, how about this? Cluster Satan. There we go. Yeah, because he's made out of cluster of trucks. Therefore, he is Cluster Satan. It's just the devil in a new dress. Yeah, you gotta be like, just go at like a steady pace. You don't have to like sprint your way to the top, but like, just like be sure not to fall off of them though. And you hit this green button, and then it'll launch you up into the air. You can just try to land on one of these trucks. Now be sure to just like keep moving forward, because if you don't, this guy's gonna probably slam you with his arm. So, you know, just like make haste, but like not too much haste. You don't want to fall. Also, this boss only has 2 phases instead of the normal 3, which is weird. But like once you deal the second hit of damage, you're pretty much done. And that's Clustertruck, developed by Landfall Games, published by Tiny Build. Anyway, that was it. it was a pretty short game. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to hit the like button and the like button, I mean. Also, subscribe and also join the Discord. There's a lot of friendly people in there. Why not go say hi? Anyways, I will see you next week with another video. That's it. See ya.